APY on uninvested cash. Earn a 3% match on qualifying retirement contributions. Join Robinhood Gold now for just $5 a month and get the first 30 days free.
And I think that's what we're trying to do here. We just have to give him a little grace and leniency and understand that he is under a tremendous amount of pressure to please many different sides. And if you've ever tried to convince even one person, the truth about vaccines, when that pro-vaxxer walks up to you and they want some kind of 3-minute digital soundbite that's going to change their whole life, and you're
So, when Israel was created, just like after every war, there are refugees. About 750,000 Jewish people left the various Arab countries where they had been for hundreds or thousands of years, like Egypt, Syria, Iran, Iraq. These refugees left, and they were accepted in Israel. Israel integrated them into society. Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but they integrated them in. In contrast, there were about 750,000 Palestinian refugees who went to other Arab countries. But the Arabs used them as pawns, said you cannot become citizens, we'll keep you in these camps, we'll deny you full status, and you will become pawns in our efforts, in our war against Israel. And so there was no Palestinian national identity. There's no, you can't point to a kingdom, a currency, a literature, a previous Palestinian culture. These are nomads. These are, most of the so-called Palestinians are people who came from Egypt and Syria in the last 200 years because of employment opportunities created by the new Jewish towns. So it's not like there was a king of Palestine or any type, it was just an area, it was a territory. And so it's unfortunate that these people have become pawns, that they can't go back to Egypt and just become Egyptian citizens. Israel is these Palestinians are the only people in the world who are not allowed to leave their territory. Syria, right now, there's millions of Syrian refugees all over Europe. Everyone was said, oh, Europe, you have to take these Syrian refugees. They're coming from a bad place. Germany, you must take them. Greece, you must take them. But now that there's death in Gaza and destruction in Gaza, and when people say, oh, Europe, you got to take these people, or Egypt, you got to take these people, or Jordan took in hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Syrian refugees. But when someone says, hey, Jordan, why didn't you take in some of these people from Gaza? No. Again, the double standard. So, to those people who say that Israel is stealing territory, please review the history. There was an exchange of populations, exchange of refugees after every war. After World War II, USSR reached China. They said this part of Poland is now the Ukraine. Anyone in this area who identifies as Polish instead of Ukrainian, you're going to have to leave. We're going to help relocate you to Poland, but you don't belong in Ukraine because we're redrawing the map. And millions of ethnic Germans, you're going to have to leave. You got to go back to Germany. You don't belong here. So this happens. This happens after every war. It happened in 1945 at the end of World War II, and it should have happened in 1948, which is only 3 years later. So we have to ask ourselves, what is unique to the Israel-Palestinian conflict that it's accepted that millions of Ukrainians and Poles and Germans had to move? No one talks about it today, but these refugees, these 750,000 refugees, are now up to 5 million. 5 million people identify as Palestinians or more. What is unique? Why are they? And the answer is because they committed terror, because they shot up the Olympics, because they shot up airports and hijacked planes. People have decided, shit, we got to deal, we can't handle this terror. We don't want more people shooting up the Olympics and shooting up airplanes and taking over cruisers and, ships and the simple solution is to pressure Israel into doing something about this. But so they've accomplished something by virtue of doing terror. I feel like I've spoken a lot. Thanks for letting me speak. God bless.
What's up, everybody?
Well, this is just another example of the black man exploiting the Armenian man for his own economic gain. Lou must not be there.
All right, I just got y'all gotta unmute your mic and come on stage for the people that's complaining. Hey, JB, how you feel about all this? Hey, come here. My bad, I'm at the beach. Hey, come on. JB, what's up, bro? Hey, nope.
What's good, Lou?
Yeah, how you feel about the Jewish hate train? Come on.
anti-Semitism has been normalized, just like racism has. That's how I feel.
I agree. I don't know why we're giving so much attention to anti-Semitism when racism has been around forever.
That's
So
a
no
fact.
special treatment. No special treatment. We all out here getting discriminated against.
I agree with that. Well, there ain't nobody that gets discriminated against more than black people. But yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. Shit, we might be. Do anybody got some pushback?
Did you say pushback or pussy back?
I know you a freak, but I was talking about pushback.
Okay, man, got it.
Andy, what up?
Yeah, what's going on?
Andy, where you from?
LA.
Oh yeah. All right. Shout out to the LA folks in the building. I think we might be done. Y'all scared to come back up, man? I don't know. Just unmute your mic. You can pull back up. Why y'all be popping into the chat, man?
Yo, Lou, you know what's funny? When they were banging, when Alan and Norm were banging, people were eating that shit up like a fat kid loves cake. But when the conversation shifted and became civil, you got all the complaints. This is boring. Well, lots of you fucking people listen and maybe you'll learn. Just my opinion.
Colstein, pull up, bro. You be talking all that high power shit. What y'all know it before? No, individuals be annoyed because y'all got a hidden agenda. I don't hate. Y'all be wanting me to hate folks, man. Listen, I criticize Jewish people just like I criticize Asians, Arabs, but I don't generalize everybody. So I mean, if there's some good people, bad, fucked up. I try to deal with the high vibrational people. That's how I move, man. I stay away from the low vibrations. All right.
I need more tequila, by the way. Can you put the link up? Hey.
Definitely. Hey, Lou, do you know who Serena Williams' husband is?
Please don't say he's a Jew.
No, he's Armenian. He was one of the founders of Reddit.
Why does Armenia have so much power in America?
We do.
Kardashian.
Wait, the Kardashians is Armenian?
Yeah. Of course.
What the fuck?
Anybody whose name ends in IAN is Armenian.
Oh my God.
Lou, we used to have an Armenian governor in California. You didn't know that? Duke Majan?
Lou, don't you understand why I give Jewish people such a hard time? It's a deflection because the Armenians
taking
are
over.
the ones who are really in charge. We just use Jews as the scapegoat.
That's smart.
Cher's Armenian.
That's actually smart.
No, they control entertainment, man.
That's right.
Wait. The face of entertainment are the Kardashians, literally.
Yeah.
And they're Armenian?
And Cher.
Yep.
What?
Of course they are.
And Lou. And here's another thing.
No, the Kardashians got to be Armenian Jew. They got to be Armenian
No,
Jew.
They're not Jewish.
They're not
They
Jewish.
date Jewish. When they're not dating black people, they date Jews.
Yeah. And Lou.
Kurt Cobain.
Oh, so that's what the battle's about between black and Jewish people. We be Kanye West got his wife fucked by a Jewish dude and he went berserk.
Yeah.
No, that's Pete Davidson.
Yeah, but Jew, I got
No.
Pete Davidson is Jewish.
No, he's not.
Y'all be fucking all our women, man. That's the fucking problem, man.
Lou, I got one more for you. One of Donald Trump's, one of the people he admires is a billionaire, Kirk Kerkorian, who owns a number of casinos in Vegas. He looks up to him, he's dead now, but Trump looks up to him as one of the people he admires.
He looks up to Jared Kushner, though.
And his casinos didn't lose money, Alan.
Well, that's one of the reasons. But yeah, that's just another example of how Armenians are behind it all.
Hey, I've been living in LA for a minute. I've been tapped into Armenians. Nobody talk about them. They be getting money, man. That's all I can tell you, man.
Yo, representing
Nobody talks about
Glendale.
Armenians. Shout out to Glendale.
Yo. Andy Serkis, you know that? Serkis, the actor who's in Planet of the Apes.
He's Armenian?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He won an Oscar for what's called motion capture.
Yeah.
Motion capture.
The band System of a Down, the lead singer. Actually, I believe they're all Armenian, but the lead singer for sure is.
No, they are.
Serge.
They're
Right, Serge Tankian is his name. Yeah, man, Armenians are making moves.
Tough.
Yeah, and here's another one for you, Lou. I got two more. There's an attorney. You remember the Chicago 7, and Bobby Peel. I keep skipping out on his name. Their lawyer was Charles Gary, who shortened his name. He's Armenian too, or was. And remember Malcolm X? He went to jail, right, for stealing. Okay, so his girlfriend that he was running around.
Whoa, slow down. Wait, did you say Malcolm X had a white girlfriend?
Yes,
You mean Malcolm Little or Malcolm X?
Malcolm X. The Malcolm X.
Yeah, when he was Malcolm Little. When he was Malcolm Little.
Okay, yeah, when he was Malcolm Little. He's running around the Boston area, breaking into, doing petty theft.
I'm going to change the title to Armenians control everything.
His girlfriend was Armenian, okay? And here's the pivotal point. When they got caught, got arrested. They went to her and said, look, just tell him you're white, he's black. Just tell us that he forced you to do it, and we'll let you off, and he'll go to jail for life. And she said, nope, I did the crime, I'm doing the time, I'm not selling out my boyfriend. So she went to jail, she got out, she got married, had a family. But it's because of her, he didn't end up in jail for life.
Wait, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so actually, Gildas on the app?
Yeah.
He's the one who told me about it. I didn't know it. Because, Malcolm X never talked to him. Once he became Malcolm X, he never talked about it. But, yeah.
Hey,
Fellas.
Quick question. What was the big reason? Because I know like a lot of Armenians are like middlemen, minorities. They everywhere they go, they get some money, and a lot of people resist them for it. So, what was the reason behind the Armenian genocide? Like, was people jealous of y'all? Y'all was doing well in the country, and then the Turks came in. Like, what was the what was the reason behind that? What was the justification? Come on.
Well, the simple version is this: World War I, the Turks were part of the Axis powers, and they got their asses kicked. And so now they're left with terrible debt. And they needed a scapegoat. They needed a way to rebuild. They wanted.
Wait, they needed a scapegoat. It sounds like never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it is because it is that's what Hitler did. Because remember, Germany was also decimated after World War I. And, well, okay, who are we going to blame? Well, I know, we're going to blame the Jews. So that was the simple reason why. The Armenians became they were an ethnic minority, like the Jews. They were, I left. Like the Jews, they were part of a middleman class. They got demonized, and they ended up getting the young Turks came into power, and they decided, okay, we're going to get rid of them all. And that was the beginning of the Armenian genocide.
How many people died? Because I talked to a lot of. Well, I know the history, but I'm just asking for the crowd. Because I know the first Christian this church was it came in from Armenia? People say Ethiopia, but
No, it was Armenia.
Armenia.
It was Armenians were killed in the genocide.
Wait, so all right. Well, appreciate the history. Hey, JB,
Yeah,
are you
now
wait.
look,
Yeah, do that.
another thing. There were only 3 million Armenians in the world at that time. And they killed about half.
God damn.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question, JB, are you Sicilian or are you from northern Italy? Just curious, because I know a lot of Sicilians don't even claim Italy.
I'm a man.
I'm not Italian. I'm Sicilian.
I'm a man. I met your brother.
It's probably considered south.
I am your son.
Yeah. So what was the history? Because I know there's a big history between southern Italians and northern Italians.
So did Jesus.
Wait, what about your mom? Your mom is
Son of God.
Italian too or no?
No. My mother's family is actually Jewish.
I am a man.
So,
I am not your brother. I am
got
your
the
son.
best of both worlds.
Andrew was. So did Jesus, the Son of
Shout
God.
out to the Italian Jewish mix. Okay. Well, shit, I think we got everything out the way today, man. We gonna switch the title. Doctor, what up, bro?
By the way, Lou, you saw that Trump said he's not going to pardon Derek John.
I know he wasn't gonna do that shit. That's why Ben
I
Shapiro
am
is a
your
piece of
son.
shit, bro. He's scripted. And what's crazy, I used to fuck with Ben Shapiro, bro. Hey, listen, I swear to God, I used to fuck with Ben Shapiro when I was in high school. I used to read his books and shit. But I see what he does because he's losing his audience because Candace Owens left the Daily Wire, so she left with a lot of his audience, and his audience feel like he's biased, right? So the thing is though, right? The fact that he try to, he's losing his conservative audience, and then he try to weaponize this Derek Chauvin situation to get his audience back at the expense of black people. That was some low vibration, egregious shit, man.
Yeah, but you know what? He threw the bait out. Everybody ran for that shit, man.
Yeah. So the narrative's already out there. Oh, Trump is trying to, and then Elon Musk made it worse by saying that's something we should consider. So it's like, I don't know. I think some people are strategically trying to not get black people to vote for Republicans. Mind you, I don't care either way. I don't got no political allegiance, but I mean,
who did you vote for in this past election, Lou?
I can't disclose it.
Why not? You don't want the smoke from the. You don't want the smoke from the.
No, it's not the smoke. It's not the smoke.
On,
No, I never disclose. I don't disclose my politics. I'm independent, so there's something I agree with. Some things I agree with the Republicans. Some things I agree with.
Lou, we all know you voted for Marianne Williamson. Come on.
Well, that's facts. Shout out to Marianne Williams. She's Jewish, by the way. Shout out to that's my favorite Jew, Marianne Williams. I met her in person.
Lou, what'd you think about Andrew Tate going to Florida and the governor of Florida saying we need to investigate this dude?
Yeah, what was the reason behind that? Because I just seen a weird case with I don't know if that shit was true, but it was a video of Andrew Tate where he was on video putting his hands on like a younger girl and shit. I don't know if that was true or not, but yeah, I never knew about Andrew Tate to Clubhouse. Like I was really kind of detached from like the manosphere and like the gender war stuff before Clubhouse. So Andrew Tate, man, he seemed like a cool dude when I first heard about him, and then once I started hearing him, I'm like, he's just one of the grifters too. Like there's just a lot of internet grifting shit going on. But what was the reason behind him getting denied access to a hotel in Florida?
I don't know about the access. I know they want to investigate him for the sex trafficking, because that's what he got indicted for over in Europe.
Yeah. Well, that's a sticky situation.
I don't understand, Lou, how people like I have my own opinion on Andrew Tate, but we live in a world where allegations cancel people, and this guy seems to be bulletproof.
money, bro. That's what it is. Because I was thinking, like, yo, the fact that he's, I don't know if it's true, but if it's true, he need to get indicted. But the fact that he just getting away with all this shit with no consequences is kind of spooky. I ain't gonna lie.
It wasn't so much that the sex trafficking. What he did, the reason why he got caught is because he was on tape. He made, like he had teaching other guys how to make money. He would do these OnlyFans things, and he'd tell the girls, okay, we're going to split it 50-50, which they agreed to. And then he said, oh, and by the way...
Wait, that's good business. Wait. That's that's good business. What's wrong with that?
That isn't it. What he would then do is say, oh, and by the way, there's withholding taxes and stuff we got to pay. So I'll keep another 30%. So, and I'll take care of all the accounting, right? So he's telling them that he's going to pay their taxes, and they agreed to that. But then he never paid those taxes. So he got, if I'm remembering correctly, he got nabbed, picked up on tax evasion.
Absolutely not true. So the reason why he gets
Wait, hold on. Who said absolutely not true?
Anthony, it's me. What's up, Lou? I hope all is well, brother. Good to see you.
Okay, if I'm wrong about it, I am not emotionally attached to
No
that.
problem. No big deal, Alan. It's all
So
good.
it's okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any push. What did happen?
No, it was some lover boy stuff. Like, what I was gonna tell Lou is, Lou, I promise you, old boy didn't get away scot-free. Him and his brother were in a Romanian jail for months. They got mad shit, millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of cars, watches, jewels taken from them. They were when they finally, after months and months and months of being locked up, in Romania, they finally, was put on house arrest for it seemed like about a couple of years before they could finally just now recently leave the country. So, he's been, and before all of this happened, he got canceled on all the platforms, and he can't even hold a bank account, bro. Like, they really try to matrix cancel this dude. Feel how you do about him. It's like, without even being convicted of anything, character assassination is real. And it just so happens that a lot of people in powerful places is like, yo, they ain't going for it. They're not just going to ride with the Matrix attack. That's my perception of what's going on. So they accuse him of lover boy shit. That's what was, and it's a specific type of crime. And I'll explain it if you want me.
So the reason why he seems like he gets away with shit because it's like people can't separate an internet persona to real life. Like, for example, I can have an internet persona that I rob banks. This is what I do. Me and my brother, we be robbing banks every weekend. And, that's my internet persona. We're bank robbers. And then the feds get a hold of that, right? But then when they actually investigate, ain't no banks ever been robbed. So, and that's the same thing that's going on with Florida and Ron DeSantis. It's like it's all political. Like they're coming after his internet persona, but in real life, he's not doing the shit that his internet persona says he does. And that's the whole thing. That's why it seems like he's getting away with shit because he ain't really doing the shit that he's talking about. That would be like you prosecuting gangster rappers, and then when you actually investigate, these niggas ain't busted great.
Are you talking about the 10 bastard children he has with multiple different women and
that's
propagating? No, it's not illegal, but it's definitely a contradiction to his platform.
But I'm just saying, I'm talking about the actual crimes in his real life versus his internet crimes. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, the question is, did he have an OnlyFans business?
That's not me.
No.
Wait, hold on. I'm just saying this, right? If we talking business, right? If somebody sit down with me and say, hey, I want you to, I would never do OnlyFans. If a girl sit down with me and say, hey, I have a big platform and I can get your OnlyFans account big, but I need 50% of your OnlyFans and I agree to it,
the Matrix, Lou. You there? You went into the. Yeah, I know. That's DJ. That's not illegal.
And
But
somebody
having
wrote
that-
in the chat that he raped the woman, but the woman that he allegedly raped said that he didn't rape her. That
Yeah,
they
I know.
That they was, in the video, that's how they had sex. They had, some people are into like very rough and like rapey looking sex.
DJ. But DJ, I don't care about any of that. The point is, and Anthony, that you didn't contradict what I said. What they nabbed him on was the fact that, and yeah, it may be his internet personality, like DJ says, but he's got tapes where he's saying, yeah, I took that money for their taxes, and then I never paid it. If he was in a business relationship with them, and they're making money, they got to pay taxes. The government doesn't care how you make your money. You got to pay them taxes. Remember, that's how they took down
No problem, Alan. But Alan, you only pay taxes on the money you receive. If somebody withholds money from you and said they're going to use it to pay your taxes, you only owe money on the money that you received.
No, yeah, I know. But see, the thing is, Anthony, look, if you've ever worked for somebody else, you get your paycheck every week, and they're taking out that. It's the same thing. They're taking out that money. They're taking out your Social Security, your Medicare, and then they take out your withholding tax. Every quarter, that business has to give that money to the government.
Absolutely. Are you certain that if the business doesn't, you owe? Is that what you're saying?
If
you have a stub that says X was taken out and they don't pay it, it's the responsibility of the person that they took it from but they didn't pay? I don't believe it works like that.
No.
See,
Andrew Tate was taking money from the girls and claiming it. He's told them it's the withholding tax. Now, whether it was or wasn't, doesn't matter. What the Romanian government nabbed him on was saying, okay, you told them this was withholding tax. You were in a business with them. We never got that money. So we're going to arrest you based on tax fraud. That's the way
he was also arrested for sex trafficking.
Well,
Hold on a second. Let me just say this. Lou, I pinned an article in the chat from the New York Times. Please take a peek at it and tell me what you think. Thank you. Let me rest. But Alan, he was charged with sex trafficking.
Oh, I know that.
Girls.
Yeah, I know that. I understand that.
Wait, what's the hold on, post it up top because my phone glitching. Bunny, pull up. Y'all come back up. I mean, all y'all can come back up. We just having a convo, man. We just chilling, man. Christian, what up, bro? They tried to slaughter Christian yesterday, man. He held his own, man. All right, my bad. Let's continue.
Lou, check out the article.
The E-pimps of OnlyFans. Whoa, hold on.
Bro, big, when I tell you big money. Big money.
Hold on, wait. Damn, I gotta sign up. Hold on.
Yeah, no, it is because I got to put it in the house. It's probably that. And
Cyber pimping. That's gonna be the new title, man. Cyber pimping. Wait, what?
Bro, Lou, these companies, these e-pimps, multi-millions of dollars.
For real?
For real.
So wait. So what's the e-pimp though? E-pimp.
What they're doing is they're getting these girls that are OnlyFans, and they're becoming management companies, and they're pimping them out on OnlyFans, and they're making millions and millions of dollars.
What?
So basically, when you're messaging some of these females on places like Backpage, you think that you're talking to a female, but you're really talking to a dude who's just setting appointments, booking deals, and showing up with a gun in case something goes left. I mean, that's basically what it is.
Well, what's going on, Lou, is like, OnlyFans, a lot of these so-called influencers or whatever that are on OnlyFans, they're not on at 3 o'clock in the morning. But somebody, Joe Schmo in Idaho, thinks she's talking to the girl. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The management companies hire what's called chatters. These are people in the Philippines that fill in for the girl. The guy thinks he's talking to the girl. He's not. And they're milking for all his money.
Yep, you're talking to a trans woman in the Philippines.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Man, I'm trying to read this article, man. Hold on. Let me I'm trying to.
Whenever
Yeah,
I
you know
read
what
this,
it is.
people always fight back and push back, and I've said it for the last 30 years. The internet is not real, folks.
OnlyFans, young man chase for fortune by becoming managers. Ooh, all right, hold on.
Yo, Lou, check this out, bro. Not only do they think they're talking to the girl, these chatters convince these idiots to buy photos, videos, and all this other shit. Bro, I'm telling you, these companies are making $10, $20 million in 6 months.
Yeah,
Damn. Wait, so this is legal, correct? Before I say what I'm finna say?
1,000,000% legal. Not a damn thing illegal about it.
Adams,
Damn.
who was
I might
that?
have to get in this industry.
Adams, who was
Hit me offline, Lou. I got a plug for you.
Damn.
Adams,
I
who
gotta-
was that girl who used to come on and argue?
Oh, Coco. Coco's been banned from my spaces. Yeah, no. She used to come on to Clubhouse and promote her OnlyFans shit and her degeneracy and stuff. Lou, you actually should have charged her a fee as many times as she was up in here. So I mean, you know, that's really one of her only
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
OnlyFans.
Hey, listen, I'm about to do some e-pimping in IGB. We selling liquor, and anybody that want to promote their OnlyFans, I gotta get 30%. All right.
You're going low, bro. Some of these managers get 70%.
70.
You gotta read the article. I'm telling. Hit me offline, bro. I got some news.
Let me read this. It says, on social media, young entrepreneurs encourage peers to get rich by managing the careers of female content creators on erotic platforms. Some seemingly thriving, the business primarily relies on a pyramid scheme of overpriced training programs with misogynistic undertones. Well, this is like a liberal. They go by the name of Anthony Cirrus, Hugo Matez, Antonio Blanco, with a grand display of cigars, watches, luxury cars, and Dubai hotels. These entrepreneurs promote a booming business. It involves managing the accounts of female content creators on their American platform OnlyFans, or its French equivalent MYM. The activity has been benefited from the strong growth of these two erotic social media platforms since the COVID-19 and the name OFM, OnlyFans Management. Wait, what? Wait, hold on, let me scroll down and see if I can read it. So managers, the model paid between 60%. Pimping ain't dead. This shit went to the web.
Bro, let me tell you something, Lou.
I like
OnlyFans
that.
makes
Pimpin' ain't dead. It went to the web.
Lou. OnlyFans
What
made
the
six.
Fuck.
Oh man, you had me sitting in this motherfucking audience all the time, nigga.
Nigga, I literally turned the hand raising to where all you gotta do is unmute, nigga.
Nigga, I'm talking about when the Jewish conversation was open, nigga. You had me sitting down there. Soren is my man, nigga.
I don't know.
That shit crazy, nigga. You starting to act funny on me, nigga?
I'm acting funny. I ain't see you, bro.
Nigga, I've been raising my hand the whole time while the whole Jewish shit was going on, nigga.
Hey, Lou, there's a rapper out of Houston.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Let JB finish the way he was saying though, because I know the dude from Houston. What's that nigga name? I'm feeling rich today. I'm like a bitch today. Hey, what's that nigga name? Sauce Walker. Yeah, Sauce Walker. He got some crazy shit going on where he got an old white lady, bro, like 60 years old, and he be getting like $1 million a month off of her. Then he got a fat lady. He got a whole little stable going on, man. But yeah, my bad, JB. What you was saying?
I was saying that 2023, COVID's already over. OnlyFans made $6.6 billion. The company itself, $6.6 billion. A lot of lonely men out there.
They're paying all that money to be back channeled with transfer.
You gotta think about it though, right? But you gotta think about it, right? The fact that girl, when she turned 18, she made $47 million in 1 year. Y'all seen that shit? The girl, the little white girl that she made $47 million in 1 year, and she made $4 million off. She made $4 million off one dude.
She was claiming to be a virgin.
Oh shit! Hold on. The room got shadow man. My bad. Hold on. I gotta switch the title.
How do you know when it gets shadow banned?
You can't see it in the hallway. Hold on. Damn, it's still shadow banned. Fuck.
Why would they shadow ban you?
Cause I put pimping in the title. Can't be putting pimping in the title.
Well, I mean, come on, Lou. Like you know that the majority of the people on this work are a bunch of sex workers.
Damn,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them got sensitive and probably reported.
I can't put OnlyFans in there either. Okay, that's cool. All right, so it's on the shadow band. All right, my bad. What y'all was saying? Keisha, pull up. All right, let me finish reading this shit. This is crazy shit. Hey, the sex industry is $1 billion business, and they finna. Cause I used to go to Europe. I know they finna legalize sex work in America because they already kind of doing it in California. But they're not arresting.
That's never gonna happen. Not in New York at least. Never.
They gonna do it in Cali.
No, they're not.
Nah, they did some shit in Cali where I think it was started January 1st, 2024, to where all the women that'll be on Figueroa and shit. They be trying to lock them up. They can't lock them up no more.
And you don't see what the people are doing? Some of the women getting their ass beat.
By who?
Neighborhood women. They don't want that shit on their block. The kids can't walk to freaking school.
Miki's a man. Miki's a madam. Miki, pull up. Shout out to my cousin. That's how she got her money. Oh shit! I ain't even see Miki. What's up, Miki? I ain't even see you. What's up, cousin? I didn't know you was in.
I'm going right back into Google. Hello.
What's up, Amber? Miki, what you on? Christian, what's up, bro? They try to grill you yesterday, bro.
Who tried to get
You are a troublemaker, Lou. Like, why are you like this?
Wait, I'm a troublemaker. I'm just having a conversation.
Let me think,
They try to slaughter my boy Christian, man. He's still on his square, man.
Let me pin Kalisha in here so she can come shut it.
I ain't know you was around season 1 Clubhouse, man. How you like season 1 Clubhouse? They was on your ass. So you been a Republican this whole time?
I mean, I have been registered as a Democrat, but that was
You voted for Obama?
Yeah, I did.
Both times?
Both times. Yeah.
Damn. So you a new booty Republican?
Yo, most of the Republicans, even on the national stage, are new. Like the majority of them. That's why I be telling people, man, y'all gotta update what you think about the Democratic Party versus the Republican Party, because that shit done switched. Like the Democrats is the party.
Yo, everybody I talk to that say they Republican now, they're like all of them voted for Barack Obama.
Yeah,
it's funny.
It's because they voted for a populist. They like the one thing Trump and Obama.
Barack Obama wasn't that liberal. Y'all need to stop saying that.
What, you said Barack Obama wasn't that liberal?
No, he was not.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't that. If you actually look at his policies,
Didn't he legalize?
Look. You gotta remember, Obama was against gay marriage. And no, he lied about that. That's not true. But yeah,
Like,
of course,
and
initially, but
if you really want to know the truth on his legislative
Obama do
records
anything
and all that.
outside abortion?
Hold on, bro. Can I fucking finish talking? I mean, if I can't, just let me know. But look, if look, Obama doubled down on all the Bush policies before him. Like all the Bush policies, he doubled down on that shit. So Obama wasn't as liberal as people think he is. Just like Joe Biden is not as liberal as people thought he was.
All Democrats are dictators, in my opinion.
I mean, they're definitely leading the cult right now. Like the Democratic Party is literally a cult right now. It's a death cult. Like you know who the Democratic Party is today? I swear to God, bro. Remember our favorite leftist on the app, Damani and Hunter?
yes.
That's the Democratic Party, bro. And what's happening is they're running sane and normal people away from them. Because even if you look at the older Democrats, like people like James Carville, they're saying that. They're like, yo, they can't even recognize this Democratic Party anymore. Like they're so far to the left, and the things that they believe in is so childish and immature that the shit is getting crazy. And this is why Trump is as popular as he is, because it's just people being anti-democratic. It's like they don't like Trump, but they have no choice. Especially if you're a religious person, you have no choice. And they don't even listen to their stuff. They're so full of it and got their foot up their own ass, bro, that they are so out of touch with just normalcy these days, bro. The Democratic Party is so out of touch, bro. Like,
Fridays, let me say this. I don't know what a normal person is, but I'm a lifelong Democrat. Voted for Kamala and everything. But I have to tell you, as of today, right now, I love everything Donald Trump is doing. And I support him 100%. I think he is bringing some common sense back to the country.
And see, that's the example that I'm talking about. What you just said right now is what normal people say. And that's what I mean by normal people. People who just believe in common sense. Like people who want to treat the country just the same way you treat your home. Yo, I got one of my closest homeboys, right? He is the most liberalist, excuse-making person you will ever meet in your life. But when it comes to his own personal finances, this nigga will not give a homeless person 25 cents. Like, bro, if a homeless person walk up to him and ask for some change, he'll yell at him, get out of here, get out of here. Like, he'll yell at him. But yet, he's a super liberal. But he thinks the country is supposed to do the same shit.
Well, Fridays, I think the problem with the Democratic Party right now is that they're regurgitating the same message that they lost with.
They're doubling down on that shit. And see, a healthy country needs both sides. And that's the shit I'm afraid of. Like, I don't want the country to be far to the right. Just like I don't want it to be far to the left. But the way the Democrats are behaving, they're forcing people to go far to the right.
I dropped 2 articles in the chat about David Axelrod, Obama's campaign manager, admitting that Obama lied about supporting gay marriage, and that was validated by Vox, which is a hard left, I guess you could call it a hard left fact checker. So that is public.
Well, Christian, let me ask you a question respectfully. How does the Democratic Party, not how, but can they come back from their historic beat they just took in November?
I mean, I don't really. I was listening to what is his name? The guy who just retired from West Virginia, and he changed his party.
Joe Manchin.
Yeah, Manchin. So Manchin was on Fox News, and he basically said that Congress has so many seats, that are in the chamber, but only 35 of those seats are really the only seats that are up for grabs. So, and then when you look at the actual presidential election map, it's always pretty much it goes between 6 to 7 or 8 states. So I don't think that it's not going to be as if the Democrats are going to be statistically out of it, unless, for example, if just how Kamala struggled to get a lot of black votes out of Fulton County, Philadelphia County, Milwaukee County, and Wayne County, because she didn't get a high number, that pretty much hurt her when she needed it the most. So I don't think that just because we just had this last election that is going to be the norm from here on out. Because you also have to remember too that a lot of Trump voters are not going to vote for the typical quote conservative in quote Republican, because a lot of those conservatives, that is the McCain, Romney, Cheney, Bush, Paul Ryan Republican, and most voters don't like those establishment Republicans. They despise of those establishment Republicans.
How you doing, Chad?
What's up, JB? Wait a minute. I'm reading the title and I'm hearing what's. Are we talking about Republicans in here?
Well, we were talking about OnlyFans managers, and then we got into politics. Because Christian got ran over the polls yesterday, allegedly.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. Bless his heart.
Yeah, he stood there. Hey man, that was a welcome IGB moment. Hey, but look, is there any Republicans on the app that wasn't like that didn't vote for Obama, or was a Republican before Obama? Because I see a lot of new Republicans in like the last. Well, I say MAGA, I won't say Republicans.
No, I'm a lifelong Republican.
Are you a lifelong Republican?
I've always been a Republican.
Wow.
I did, I do Black Republican recruitment in the state of Texas, in the southern region.
I'm moving to Houston. Can't wait. Love Texas.
Come to Houston.
I am. I'm moving to the Woodlands.
That's where I live.
Keep it a secret, because nobody realizes how nice the Woodlands is.
Shh, don't tell them. I'm broke. Thank you.
Not if you're living in the Woodlands. Yo, Lou, I have a question for you, Lou.
What up?
So, I hold a lot of these spaces, these political spaces and stuff, and Obama gets a boatload of smoke from the black community. What could he have done differently to not get so much smoke? What didn't he do for the black community that the black community was expecting of him?
I don't really hate Obama like everybody else. I think shit, you gotta talk to the people that hate Obama. Who hate Obama on stage?
I can't stand Obama. Okay, that wicked man is just absolutely evil. Okay, the man
Wait, explain why though. Explain why.
Because he bailed out those banks. He's part of the reason why the housing prices are at where they are. The banks took that money, still kicked people out of their homes, and managed to end up breaking even, if not making more money. If he had let them fail and they would have foreclosed on people would have been forced to live within their means, and the market would have corrected itself.
But I don't think the government bailed out the banks. I think we give these presidents way too much power. Like the whole country, like Obama was not.
He was the one saying it was necessary. It wasn't necessary.
But I'm just saying, these presidents are not he's not an economist. They can only do what their advisors advise them to do. Like, and maybe it was a mistake looking back, but at real time, you don't know what you're doing. It's like playing sports. You might make a certain call, and that call don't score a touchdown when you should have did a different call. But to say you hate a person because of that, like, I don't know, that's kind of strange. Like, how can you hate somebody for making a bad decision?
Robbing a generation
Easy.
towards home ownership? Are you crazy?
Now, what if he would have did what you wanted him to do, and that would have fucked shit up?
The market would have corrected itself. It's happened time
You don't
and
know
time
that,
and time again.
but to say you
The
hate
market,
somebody because
okay,
they
so
made a
him
bad move.
doing what he did, how did that work out for you?
I mean, I'm fine. So don't say you, because I'm fine. See, I don't be caring what these presidents do. I'm going to be all right.
But Fridays, let me
Are
ask you
you
a
a
question.
homeowner Fridays?
Yes.
Your
Been
house paid
one
off
since my
Fridays?
20s. Been one since then. Since I bought my first house when I was 26. And I'm 44 now.
And Fridays, do you
Oh,
agree?
you're older than me. Okay.
Do you agree with what I said that he gets a lot of smoke from the black?
Yeah, he get a lot of smoke. Yeah.
But why? I'm trying. See,
Well,
I'm
I
not
think-
information.
I think this though. Wait. We do got to put it in perspective. See, Obama got the highest percentage of black men and women to vote for him, probably of any president, right? So he got 97, 98% of, I don't know, super high numbers. And they thought he was gonna, like, you know how Trump's standing on business right now? His last 4 years, everything, like, he controls all three branches of government, and he's standing on business behind what he says he's gonna do for this country and back in America first, right? And they felt, I think a lot of black people felt like he didn't do that, right? Your last 4 years, you should have started implementing executive orders. You should have started doing stuff for black people. He even denied reparations because he even said he was anti-reparations because he was scared of white backlash. So, you know, it was a lot of things that he wasn't standing on business once he got in position. What you were saying, JB?
I was just gonna ask, like, specifically what, like, the black media wanted to do more, but like what, like reparations? What else? What could he have done?
No, what I think what Obama kept telling black folks is that he is not just the president for black people, he is Americans. He's like the president of the United States of America. And people wanted him as a black man to, I believe, have a majority black agenda. Right? To me, there were a lot of missteps. But he couldn't just govern. He can't just govern us or black folks or people of color. Right? Like, shoot, if he would have ran today, I don't know if he would have got elected a second term, because now there's a delineation between foundationally black Americans and, you know, black Americans, like that whole divide.
I don't see a big delineation in like in real power. Like, you don't see, like, there's a lot of black immigrants and they go to HBCUs that's joining black fraternities that's, you know, like kind of indulging the culture. Because I don't really see a big delineation right currently. I see it online, but I don't see it like from me personally. But yeah, I just think, you know,
So
a lot of
Kamala
people,
not being black, that wasn't a thing.
I mean, because with the right, it was they were saying that she's not even Jamaican either. But it was big though. But it was big amongst everybody, not just black people.
But that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. It was so big that even Trump repeated it. Like, so it wasn't just in a silo. I don't believe. Like, he was like, I heard she's Jamaican. She might be. I don't know. Like, come on, dude. The woman black, clearly. Then people questioned whether she was black. And so, like, people could easily have, I mean, there was the whole birther movement with Obama. So I think we're living in different times. But I think the biggest thing is that, you know, black folks, that we wanted a savior. Like, people thought that he would correct civil rights and he would correct systemic racism. And that can't happen in 8 years. That's going to take decades.
If I may, shout out to the legacy of the intellectual element of this room. Let's fix the record. So, TARP, otherwise known as Troubled Asset Program, was signed by George W. Bush. Right? This was a plan to purchase toxic assets and equity from financial institutions to strengthen its financial sector. Was passed by Congress and signed by George W. It was a component of the government's measures in 2009 to address subprime mortgage crisis. right? So it was a Republican who signed targets, bipartisan. Yes, Obama continued it, but it was Bush. So I just wanted to sort of respond to Adams' grudge with Obama. It was Bush that signed it. It was passed by Congress under the precept that if these financial institutions crashed, we would face a great depression, right? Whether you believe that analysis or not, this was a bipartisan venture. It was initiated by Bush, not Obama. So his animus towards Obama for this, I think, has to be reevaluated. Anyway, I just want to fix the record.
And Lou, to that point, which is what I was touching on, if you go to, and I think this pretty much applies to almost any GOP or majority. So let's just say 80 or 90%. If you go to any GOP, like a county GOP or a state GOP, you will find that a lot of the folks that are actually inside the party, those people that are chairs or committeemen, those are the Bush, Cheney, Romney Republicans. However, the registered voters do not reflect a Bush, Romney, Cheney, Paul Ryan Republican. Like those folks are in the minority. Like that's about 10% of the party, maybe 15% if I'm being gracious. But the overwhelming majority of today's Republican voter is not the Bush Republicans. And so there's a big difference between where the party was in 2008 and 2012 versus right now in 2025.
Yeah, these are Republicans. That's what and I've been saying that for the last couple of days. Like the Republicans that are in power now, they were voted by poor white folks. It's the Tea Party Republicans. Okay, so check this out. It's the ones that used to wave those yellow flags that said "Don't tread on."
Okay, so who did the Bush, Cheney, and Romney Republicans vote for then?
Well, a lot of those Republicans, and a lot of people miss this, but Ray LaHood, who served under Obama, he's a Republican. He went on national television, on C-SPAN, Washington Journal, and he actually said, we are all going to coalesce because he said they coalesced around Biden to get Biden elected. He said we're going to coalesce around Kamala to get Kamala elected, and then take the Republican Party back from the Trump America First Republicans. So that's who those Republicans were voting for. They voted for Kamala Harris. That's why you had the Kamala Harris surrogacy here in Arizona, and then they spread it throughout the rest of the country. That's where all that came from. Those were the Denver Trumpers. That is primarily the McCain Republicans. There's about 100,000 McCain Republicans in Arizona, and and that's a small portion of, like I said, it's like 10% of all registered Republicans. But that's what I'm talking about.
I disagree. I think there is way more. I think MAGA is so freaking loud and obnoxious and idiotic that you're drowning out real Republicans. Literally. Like Dan Crenshaw. You heard of him?
Yeah, I know. I've met Dan Crenshaw. I know who you're talking about.
So to me, that's my congressman, right? I've known him for years. The thing that he is doing, and he's sounding the alarm, and there are other Republicans that feel the same way as he does, right? You can disagree with some of Trump's policies,
or most of his policies and still be a Republican. The problem is that MAGA is doing what it's like the Tea Party on steroids, and they're drawing a line and they're demonizing Republicans and calling them one part never Trumpers and rhinos and all the other things. This is going to fizzle out like the Tea Party movement. I'm telling you.
Well, no, Chat. Chat. I think what they're against, like, it's for like you like the warmonger side of the Republicans, and that's.
Oh, I'm a veteran. How do I like war? That's crazy.
So Chat, because you're a veteran, you come from that class that love war, and this is why they can align with people like Joe Biden and all that in the Democrats, because they're all warmongers, and y'all hate the nationalists that want to be protectionists of the country.
Okay, so hold on, check this out. Hold on. Let me just say this real quick. So, if you watch the State of the Union address, was it any Republican that didn't stand up?
What State of the Union address are you talking about?
Hold on. Let me say.
Yeah, that wasn't a State of the.
Let me say it.
I thought you asked a question. Oh, you don't want us to answer. Okay.
Chat.
No, I do. Was it any Republican that didn't stand up for everything that Trump said in the address that was other? Did anybody watch that?
They're not going to do that. Again. Let me explain why they're not going to do that. So, but Chat, you're not incorrect that once Trump leaves, that most of what you see now will fizzle out, because there's not just in my opinion, I don't think that J.D. Vance is ready right now to continue on under following Trump's footsteps. And so because we don't have anybody that's ready right now in 2025, you're 100% correct that it's going to fizzle out. I disagree, Christian. And by 1 second. And by the way, I saw something today. Somebody put something out on X. I don't know if it's 100% true, but some people are saying that Don Jr. is thinking about running in 2028. So now to the other guy that was talking about, he was asking if any Republicans were protesting against Trump at the State of the Union. The establishment Republicans are not going to do that. What all of these let me tell you something about how these politicians function. They get on television, on radio, or they'll talk to a journalist on the phone, and they will say every lie that they possibly can. And then once they make it out of the primary, they then will start saying certain things about independents or Democrat voters that they want to bring over to their side. And then once they win the general election, they go into office, and then they do the opposite of what they campaigned on. And the only reason that they're able to do that is mostly because of the lobbyists that are inside the legislative chambers, or big donors that they connected with to help them win the general election. But that's so when what you see on TV, that is showmanship. That is all they are doing is trying to convey something that can be covered by the news. Because when they get behind closed doors, behind the curtains, they are like, oh, we're not going to listen to any of our voters. We're going to do whatever we want to do once we are in office or in our seat. So that is what's going on. That's why you see something like that, and you don't see all these Republicans jumping out against Trump, because they would be literally ran out of town if they did.
Oh, Christian, they don't have to go against Trump, because it's the honeymoon period. Everybody's in love with Trump right now. But let me tell you this: if the Democrats if they don't stop whining and worrying about what Donald Trump's doing, and fix their messaging, I don't care how much experience J.D. Vance has, he will be the next president. And I'm a lifelong Democrat telling you that.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how, again, he performed well with the Ukraine president in the Oval Office, but again, he's got another 2 or 3 years to prove himself. So while people might like him right now, a lot of us are still looking at him because that's how Mike Pence was. He appeared to be in line with the party, but later on, he was not. So we are definitely
Christian respect. You can't compare Vance to Mike Pence. Vance needs to do the man.
Oh, yes, we can. Because let me tell you why. Because Trump has proven himself. Okay, so Trump is the gold standard for really politicians in general. I mean, and nobody's going to remember any of these other lower level Republicans or even the folks that are in U.S. Congress. We're going to be talking about Trump like we talk about Lincoln or George Washington. So these other folks, they're going to have to live up to that standard. And so J.D. Vance, he's still brand new. So while, yes, he performed properly during the campaign, and yes, he performed good on Fox News or in an interview or in the same room in one Oval Office meeting when all the cameras are there and the whole world is looking at it. He's going to have to do that continuously for the next 3+ years. So there's a lot of time left, and we're still early. We're still in the beginning stages of it, and like I said, he's brand new. A lot of us don't know anything about this guy.
Well, let me just go to Matt Cool real quick. What's up, Matt?
What's up, JB? Christian, I can't believe you're comparing Pence to J.D. Vance. I'm shocked by this. They're not even close. I don't know where you're getting this from.
Well, again, his appeared to be he was a radio talk show host. He was.
I'm a man, and I'm not your brother. I'm a son. Enjoy wisdom, son of Jesus, the Son of God.
So there's a lot of similarities there at the beginning stages. So again, a lot of us see, and I don't watch Fox News every day, so I'm not, and I don't watch all these conservative ink shows. I do turn on War Room or Steve Bannon, but I don't watch these cookie cutter shows where you see J.D. Vance constantly on a consistent basis. So all I'm looking at is how is he in front inside the Oval Office, or what does he look like, when he's dealing with certain U.S. senators or certain U.S. House of Representatives. That's what I'm looking at, because that's going to be my barometer of, okay, is he ready? Is this the guy? Just like, I'll give you another example. People were saying that Vivek Ramaswamy was going to continue on the MAGA movie. No, he is nothing like Trump. So a lot of people get that kind of stuff wrong when they think just because of what a person looks like on a television show. Once again, as I said, they put on a show. It's a facade. It's like they're putting on a movie to get you to buy into their plot, and then later on they're going to change what their story is.
So Christian, do you think all of
Trump? Wait, hold on. Oh shit. Hold on, J-Mac. 1 second. I'm talking to Christian here. Vivek, Trump never went really close to Vivek. I don't know. I don't know where we're just seeing these things totally different. He never really.
I'm not talking about Trump.
He never rallied behind Vivek.
I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about the base. The base was looking at Vivek as a potential person that could follow in Trump's footsteps. So that's totally different from who Trump's bringing around him.
But the base would only follow what Trump wants, so that's where I was going with that. But whether or not you felt that the base was rallying behind Vivek is kind of irrelevant, because Trump was signaling that's not the case. That's not the heir to the MAGA movement. That's not at all what he was pushing out. Maybe MAGA just didn't see it. I'll give you that, whatever. But that definitely was never the case. It was never a big push like that, in my opinion. But and again, like I said, Pence is no J.D. Vance. I mean, you can just look at his demeanor, just who he is. And the reason why I can say that is because we have two examples. You remember how Pence was with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi in a meeting, and Pence was basically slumped over, basically dead to the whole thing. And then, obviously we advanced with this last piece. You remember that, right, Christian? It's a completely different demeanor. With
those are two different people. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Let me ask Chris. Hold on. One second. Hey, Chris, I was just going to ask you, do you think at that joint session that we all witnessed, I don't know if everybody watched it, but do you think all the Republicans standing up, clapping every time Trump said something? Do you think that was performance?
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely, it was performative.
Yeah. They are not going to openly defy or go against Trump. That will be the end for them in a heartbeat.
Like an intentional end. Not like die slow on the vine. Like all targets on you. You got about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, what is this? No bias. I just want to hear that, but yeah.
Yeah, Muscari
Go ahead, Dan.
Thank you. Muscari said he'd finance personally to primary them to get them booted. So they're falling in line. A couple things. Christian, your analysis is quite peculiar. You said you saw what Vance did and he looked well in the White House with Zelensky and company. What can you cite? Are there polls or what's your metric, your barometer? That seems deeply subjective. I don't know how you can make a definitive claim that he looked anything positive. I think a couple things too. Trump was asked, I want to say 3 weeks ago, if Vance is a successor, and Trump waffled. He didn't say yes. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, he said, I don't think so. Something along those lines. I can find it. I'll post it in the chat.
Good evening,
I think the chat's point,
how's your day been?
MAGA has kind of, Trump's an anomaly. You said Vivek is anything like Trump. No one is anything like Trump. And that's sort of the Republican Party's conundrum they're going to face in the next couple of years. And we looked at the data, exit polls and so forth. And this is why most of the polls were so wrong, because of the anomaly in which the personality of Trump is. If you listen, Trump was able to cajole and bring forth what they called low propensity voters. These are people, by their own testimony, have never voted in any presidential election prior to his last term, and I would speculate they won't vote again. Right? It's purely a cult of personality around Trump. The Republicans do not have anyone else to step up. In fact, and unfortunately, they've sort of radicalized themselves that anyone else will be deemed a rhino or sort of a typical politician, which most of the MAGA base are repulsed by. So, yeah, I think Trump effectively has destroyed the Republican Party for the foreseeable future. And if things continue on the trajectory, waffling with the tariffs, Elon, sort of unbridled power, at least it's perceived, Democrats have a cakewalk. If the trajectory persists,
Dean, respectfully, they said the same thing before the election in November.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
The Democratic Party.
Can he finish though?
You're missing my analysis. That was with Trump still in consideration. Trump cannot run again Constitution. Right?
Wait, Dean, let me ask you this, Dean.
I'm listening.
Dean, like, because I just found out
Yes.
that all these countries like Canada, they have had massive tariffs against American products. I'm talking about 230% for milk. Like, they shit is in the high 200s. Now, when people find all that out, why is it so offensive if we reciprocate these tariffs? Why does America get raped, but we can't defend ourselves?
So I think the consideration with the tariffs, number one, is that we're going to have tariffs, we're going to pause, we're going to exempt this. First of all, it's volatility to the market. Number two, the average American is not, they're not a Wharton School graduate economist. All they understand is the bottom line. And it is just dollars and cents that it's going to increase costs.
Pushing on, baby.
So,
we need to know. We need to know.
One second. So, one second. Dean, I just want to respond to you real quick. You were asking about what barometer am I using? I know several people inside of several different GOPs. That's across multiple states, across multiple counties, and then you have a whole bunch of quote conservative in quote activists that I can easily regularly see. Vance, his performance was well accepted and well received, but as even someone that just put in the chat, this person is Mike actually put Trump's quote about someone asking, pretty much hinting at Vance being the next man up to take on the leadership role of MAGA and America First, and Trump said the same thing that I said. I didn't even know Trump said this. He said it's too early. So it is too early, and we are, as I said, we are watching a lot of these people that are around Trump to see who is really for America First and who's for MAGA and who is not.
Okay, so let me say something.
Can I come in? Can I come in and say something?
You can't come in. You can't do shit.
Can I come in and say something?
Can I moderate?
Let me know when I can go then.
Yeah, hold on. A couple things.
So I'll go after who's next.
So, a couple things.
Hold on.
To Fridays, at the end of the day, it's just unequivocal that it's going to increase costs and services. I saw some data that said the average automobile will increase around $3,000. Right? So, I think that's what
that's nothing, man. If something costs $50,000, now it's $53,000.
Okay.
Right, you're gonna get the same.
Automobiles made in America.
Hold on, you asked me.
I'm just saying, Dean, $3,000 on a product that costs $50,000, and you're getting a loan to purchase that product. That's nothing. That is literally nothing. Now, if you would have said
shit, bro.
So,
okay, is anybody gonna say anything, or can I say something?
Guys. Why don't we let Dean finish? Yeah, Dean,
Okay, and then I'm next. I'm Kate here.
No, well, I want to come in. Come on.
Yeah, and then romantic is
quote, and again, like I said, I wasn't sure about it, but the exact quote, it's too early to say he's doing a great job, but it's too early. We're just starting. Trump added, I think you have a lot of very capable people. So it's far from a gleaming endorsement, right? Which is, I mean, typically presidents do stand in a very unequivocal manner behind their vice presidents. This, we have very capable people and so forth. That's just kind of a peculiar response in my estimation. You might disagree. To the question of Vance's performance in the Oval Office, so you're hearkening towards an echo chamber. All you said was you have conservative pundits that you sort of heard their response concerning it, and that is what you're evidencing your claim he had a good performance. again, I just think from an objective standpoint, one could potentially disagree. But anyway, everyone's clamoring to speak. I'll later.
Oh, okay. So I want to say something here. I was next.
So what I was trying to say here is that from a European point of view,
Hey, who is saying that? I don't understand.
I think
Hey, who was that faggot, bro? Who was that?
Who said the F word?
There you go.
Who said the F word?
Oh, no, it's back up here.
No.
so. Can I speak?
Did you call someone an F word?
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead, man.
Could I get in here?
Okay, so can I speak now? So what I was trying to say is that from an European perspective, I think Trump is actually great, actually. So what I mean by that, it is that it's unifying Europe and it's bringing people together. And for quite a time, people have sort of relied on the United States. And then there is a bit of a shift now. And there are certain economical activities actually beginning to take place. And that money is actually flowing back into Europe. So from that perspective, I think Trump is actually doing a great job. And I also, like Canada, like we have had a meeting for European countries, but Canada also came along. And also the foreign minister is also expressed certain ideas of joining Japan and also like Europe as well. And Europe is also thinking of Japan, Canada, and NATO. So I think the desire for United States to step back, I think it will be a good thing for Europe as a whole.
Thank you very much. Steve Wee, how you doing, Steve Wee?
Hey, man, how's it going? Hey, I'd like to throw something in here real quick. Yeah, they're talking about Vance and Trump, and nothing's going to come after Trump. Well, you know, I'm right in the heart of Trump territory, and I can tell you this, is that what produced Trump was there long before Trump came. Trump is a manifestation of an underlying support that was there. You can trace this back to the Tea Party and take it on out. As far as Vance goes, you know, people may not think Vance is the heir apparent, but I want to tell you, a lot of people are down with what Vance is doing. So this idea that Trump somehow is the only thing that's driving this, no, dude, this goes back long before Trump. Trump is just a manifestation of the underlying political reality in the country.
So what do you think that reality is, Steve?
Well, the reality is it's where people have felt that, you know, like the last 20, 30 years, these foreign entanglements, the debt going out of control, people seeing the country going on the wrong way. Like Trump has talked about, a lot of these nations, like in Europe, you can't sell American automobiles hardly over there because they tariff us to pieces. They're tired of spending tons of money in black holes like Ukraine, where they can't account for almost half the money. This is stuff that's been brewing for a long time. The only reason Trump is where he is because the movement was already here. Now, is he the best representation of that movement? Probably because of his personality and stuff. Yes, he is. But to believe that when Trump leaves, that somehow this whole thing collapses in on itself is just a complete misunderstanding of what's driving it.
Okay,
it's just a complete misunderstanding.
So Steve, so let me clarify what I'm saying, because I never said that the movement of voters did not start prior to Trump, because that did happen. However, there was no person that was ready to take on the responsibility of leading the way Trump has been able to effectively do. And he's done it 3 times. So what I'm trying to say is simply, when you start going, again, looking at the electoral map,
Heading to
You
you,
got
Darren.
Michigan,
Delete the question.
Wisconsin,
Let's go.
Pennsylvania,
I'm
Georgia,
at home.
Nevada, Arizona.
All worked out.
You probably will have North Carolina,
See.
plus maybe plus and minus one other state. When you start going through those states, you're going to be looking at a specific type of voter.
Mm-hmm.
And these voters vote a particular way. They're looking for a particular type of candidate. The cookie cutter candidate, and we know this, which I will speak back to this before I say that. When every time there's a presidential election and Trump's name is on the ballot, he is carrying other establishment Republicans through their election. So if Trump's name is not on the ballot, those same establishment Republicans struggle to win their own general election because the Trump voter is carrying those establishment Republicans. So without Trump, that means you have to have someone there to fill that void. And you also have to remember that just because you push a certain person out there does not mean that those voters are going to vote the same way. That's all I'm saying is that you definitely have, you can call it Obama voters turned Trump or whatever, Tea Party voters, whatever. You have a certain subset of voters that vote for Trump no matter what because of who he is. Independents, Democrats that vote for Trump, you name it. So that's really the question. And the Democrats don't have anybody prepared to take the reins either. They don't have.
Well, Christian, you know that Steve's a politician, right? He's in office. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I think here's one thing I think that's misunderstood maybe a little bit, because I've heard some things. Well, is Vance doing this or that in the Oval Office? Was he articulate? Did he convey the Trump line, or however you care to frame it? But I think Vance actually connects at a visceral level with a lot of the Trump base. So I think Vance does have. He's a very articulate man. He's very smart. He knows how to convey what he's trying to present to people in a way that sometimes I think is actually better than Trump. He can be more coherent. Now, is he as flamboyant as Trump? Probably not. But I think he's more capable of leading the movement.
And coherent, while yes, coherent may be attractive to some certain types of voters, coherent is not necessarily what everybody's looking for. Because really, when you think about it, Trump is the disruptor. So, you're going to have to, that next person is going to have to exhibit certain qualities. And if they don't, and like I said, a lot of voters are very smart, okay? This is not Chinese algebra. This isn't complicated. We can sniff out a rhino a mile away. And that's why a lot of us are taking our time evaluating to see who is really who. And all of this will be revealed. We're definitely going to make our minds up and make a decision.
Christian, would you consider Mike Pence a rhino?
Of course. Right now, as of 2025, as of 2021, absolutely.
Well, let me ask you this, Christian. Would you consider him a rhino or a quasi establishment? A rhino establishment type? Because I think therein lies the crux. There's the rhino part that a lot of the movement doesn't like, because they waffle and oscillate too easily on things that a lot of the base things should be clear cut. Then there's the perception of being entangled in the leviathan that is the federal government and being part and parcel of that system, which the movement adherently distrust. So there's actually two elements. Now, can they be one and the same? Of course they can. But can they share different qualities and be eternal to the base? One being Mitch McConnell. He's personification of the establishment. And I think when you start talking about disruptors, what you're really talking about is people that have a clear, articulate vision of where they want to go and is willing to push back against the established ways that DC has been doing politics for many years.
Right, exactly.
But I heard another thing here that I think that we're taking too quick a read on in a way, is talking about these tariffs and how disruptive they're going to be and how it's going to be such a negative and how costs is going to spiral out of control. I heard some guys on business people talk about this the other day. You're going to have a period of oscillation where I'm going to hit you, you're going to hit me, and we're going to figure out how much damage each one of us are taking. We're going to figure out an answer to this problem. In that period of oscillation is when you're going to see the stock market jump around, because the oscillation is going to produce business uncertainty. But then at the end of the day, people, they're going to look at their hand like playing a game of poker and say, what cards do I have? What cards does this guy have? How am I going to play this out? Sure. So this may go on 6 months to a year where you have this instability, but eventually these waters will stabilize and we'll know where we're at. Until that time, we really won't know.
Wait, quick question for you, Steve. So where do you rank Trump's the last 60 days of Trump, like since he got inaugurated? Where do you rank him, and then why do you have their rank on the scale of 1 to 10?
Well, right now, I would give him maybe a 6, and I'll tell you why. Because I think his instincts are good, but I think he's trying to take a drink out of a fire hose. He's trying to do too many things simultaneously, and I think because of all the things and the aggressive nature of what he's trying to do so quick and so fast, it's inevitably going to lead to some mistakes. Now, can they be corrected? Of course it can. I think his instincts are good. I think his speed and his systematic approach to it could use a little fine-tuning.
Wait, so my question to you is, because my thing is, I like what he did with Ukraine, right? He understood the leverage that he had over Ukraine. So he kind of did the hardball thing with him. But do you think that's, because I don't think that's going to work with countries like superpowers like China. It might work with Canada. Well, I don't know, based off the UN relationships, I don't know about that one. But do you think that same hardball tactic that he did with Ukraine will work with a country like China geopolitically?
Well, there's a couple of things there I think you need to think about when you're thinking about China. And the culture, the Eastern culture, where honor is such a big thing, that it's so ingrained in the culture. But the thing with China is, if you're going to apply leverage, how are you going to apply it, and what does it mean to them? China's in the middle of a real estate implosion right now. They've overbuilt. They got their banks leveraged to the hill. They need to keep the goods flowing to America to offset the real estate implosion they've had. So what's that mean? It means that you got a couple of things. You got to work on them culturally to make it seem like you're not coming off in a way that they deem insulting. But then you can apply leverage, strategic levers at their vulnerable points in their economy to make them capitulate. In that sense, I think it can be done.
That makes sense. Are you into politics?
Yeah, I'm a city councilman, man. I've been one for about 9 years.
Oh, what state?
West Virginia.
Okay.
I'd really not rather give the town because I don't want my views to color anything that happens and maybe cast something on the council. These are my views. These aren't politically the views of anyone else.
Okay. How long your ancestors been in the United States?
My grandfather, straight generation, you can look this up, Major William Hayman fought with George Washington in the Revolutionary War.
Major Williams who?
Major William Hayman. You can look him up on the internet. He fought with George Washington in the Revolutionary War.
What? That's your grandfather?
Yeah, it's 6 or 7 generations removed. I can't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just looked them up. Yeah. Okay, it says Major William, a figure in the Revolutionary War, wrote George Washington's in 1778, expressing the distress after being taken prison and facing a scandalous report that he was drunk and surrendered to the enemies. Is this him?
No, that doesn't sound like him. He, I mean, I don't think he ever got drunk and surrendered. Here in West Virginia, we have a real old fort north of me, and he was, after the war, he was one of the first commanders. Actually, the portion of West Virginia I live in, he was one of the founders of this area.
Oh, dope. Oh, so did you come? Are you a WASP? Are you like what type? I'm trying to. Are you a WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Christian, or are you like? You come over here on the Mayflower, like?
Well, my genetic history is my father's side was German, and my mother's side was Norwegian and English. And when my father's people got here, they got here real early in the 17th century too. I ended up with about, 20% Native American in me.
Oh, yeah. Usually the ones that's been here for a long time, they got Native American in them. Hey, quick question for you. Where do you see, you personally, right? Because there's been a lot of, people like yourself and Black Americans who've been here for centuries, right? Because my family fought in every war since the inception of this country, right? What do you see the racial relationships between Black Americans and like these white Americans who've been here since like the 1800s?
Well, I think it's really, I think it's kind of like individual level. Like I worked down in North Carolina for a while, and I still have some of my Black friends that I keep in touch with down there. And we got along great. People's people. People know when you're trying to schmooze them, trying to act friendly when you're not friendly, or you're trying to be something you're not. And if you're honest and you're a decent person, I found that most people, I know I've got some Korean friends in North Carolina, some Lumbee Indian friends, and most of the time, if you're a decent person and you treat people right, you'll get along. If you're something other than that, you might have problems.
Okay, I agree. You seem like a cool dude. All right, salute to you, bro. Wait, are you so your family been Republican since what you like 8th generation Republican or?
No, man, my family up until probably the last 40 years was about as Democrat as you get. They was tied in with the Democrat political machine here in West Virginia, about as deep as you can get into it.
Okay. All right. And then my last question to you is: do you feel like I'm asking? Well, I got two questions. What's your religion? And do you feel like there's a war on Christianity in the United States?
My religion is I'm Christian, Church of God specifically. A lot of people will classify those people as holy rollers, but I think that the war on Christianity is more. It's not so much. I believe it's a war on Christianity itself I think the culture is evolving into more of a humanist type mindset. Like, who was it? Allison Crowley. He was a big guy in the '60s that was kind of like a sage for the rock and rollers, and he had this saying, "Do as I will." And I think it's the clash of those two mindsets and how you're going to live your life, because I think the Christian has a clear, defined set of rules of right and wrong, and I think we're evolving into another humanist side of our society that, I think the best way to explain the humanist side is my truth. I hear that. Well, what's my truth mean? That it sounds, when someone says my truth, it almost sounds like you got Plato, where like a Christian has very defined right and wrong as far as truth goes. But when you say my truth, what you're really saying is that I want to define truth in the existence the way I see it, and I will be my judge of right and wrong. Nothing outside of my perception of the world.
Okay, I gave you a follow, buddy. I like you, man. All right, good. Shout out to you, brother. All right. Anybody want to chime in?
Hey, Lou, what's your rating of Trump right now? I didn't hear what you had to say about Trump. What do you think?
Well, my rating is based off what he said he was going to do, not based off what my personal feelings of him. So, I mean, he's been standing on everything he said he was going to do. I do agree with Steve. He's doing a bunch of things at once because he got 4 years. So he's tackling a bunch of stuff at once when he just needs to focus on one thing at a time. But, I mean, regardless of how you feel about him, he's standing on business. He's got all 3 branches of government. He's got the Supreme Court, and he's waving his power around.
I mean, that's what you want, right? You want your president to stand on business. That's what you vote for, right? Yeah, that's what you vote for. That's what they should do, right?
Because I read Project 47, right? Or is it Project 47?
Yeah, Project 47.
Agenda 47. So yeah, like I was reading it right in detail before he got inaugurated, just to keep track of what he said he was gonna do. And I mean, say what you want about him, definitely doing everything he said he was gonna do. For the most part.
Hey, Luke, could I ask you a question?
Right. He didn't stop the war. He stopped it before he even got in there. That's the one thing, sorry.
Oh no, correct. He didn't reverse or extinguish, I guess would be a better term, the 14th Amendment. He didn't bring down the price of eggs or groceries.
The stock market has crashed.
Wait. Let's walk this down. So, Agenda 47, right? He talked about he wanted to wage war on the cartels. He said he wanted to end veteran homelessness in America. He said he wanted no welfare for illegal aliens. He wanted what else? The auto workers. He said he had a message to the auto workers where he wanted to give total. No, I forgot what he wanted for auto workers. But I'm just. But yeah. So he talked about ending the gender male and woman thing, so all of the pronouns and stuff. He did that. He said no tax on tips that he wanted to implement, and he talked about how he wanted to lower cost energy and electricity. He wanted to return productions of essential medicines back to America, and fight this pharmaceutical shortage. He wanted to call for death penalty for human traffickers. So he had a long list. If you look at Agenda 47, so we got to go based on the list.
No, but we also got to go with the city doing gate right?
Could I ask you a question, Dan?
Hold on, Gordon. Yeah. So.
Then you don't never turn down inflation.
I didn't hear that way.
Steve got a question. He said he got a question for you. Now you got a question for you. Steve, what's your question?
Yeah, Dean, the people was talking it's a negotiated peace, don't you have to have all three parties willing to negotiate? I mean, you can't force someone to negotiate, can you, Dan?
I don't, and understanding that, it would.
Well, you don't what? Wait, you don't.
To have said that in the beginning, he should have never said that shit.
Shout out to my sister. Exactly, I'm holding him to his standard. That's what he said. Mind you, he said in the context of impeding everyone else as being incompetent or insufficient to be able to do it. He said on day one, I will end the war between Ukraine and Russia. That's what he said. Right? He hasn't done that.
You know he speaks in hyperbole.
I don't know
So
anything.
you know he lies. Like, come on now.
Well,
Just
no,
let Dean
here's the
finish.
thing. Yeah, thank you. Here's the thing. I know.
Wait, Trace. Wait. So did he? Because I'm going to ask you a question. Did he actually say that he's going to?
Yes, he did, Lou. Multiple times.
Let me ask you a question. Did he say on day one? Because I did hear him say it, but did he say on day one he's going to end the Ukraine?
Yes, he actually said that he was going to do it before he even made it into the White House.
He said on day one.
One second, because you asked me for what he actually said, not what people feel about what he said or what his supporters interpret him to be saying. He said that. He said that the war would be over before he even become the fucking president. Let alone be already in there for 100 days. But that's just one thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing y'all can go against that. There's no way y'all can try to gaslight nobody into saying, oh, he's trying to do that. Wait, let me just say. There's no one second, TC. There's no way that y'all about to gaslight us who understand that Donald Trump has not stopped the war. He kind of made it worse, just like Steve asked, shouldn't you have 3 people there? But is that what Donald Trump did? No. He intentionally aggravated the situation by only inviting and saying that he was going to talk to Putin. And then publicly going out saying, well, I've got to talk to Ukraine. They had 3 years to deal with us, but they didn't. They dealt with Biden. He did that purposely. You know what I'm saying? So, no, he did not stop the war. He did say he was going to be on the first day. And prior to it being on the first day, he said it would be done before he even sit down in that presidential seat.
Wait, real quick. Hold on, real quick. I just want to say this. Now, all right, so post the facts that he said it on day one, and I will see. And my second thing is, I mean, he set Zelensky down, and he did the horrible thing with him, and he conceded to the negotiations on the minerals deal, and he said he's open to a ceasefire if Russia don't break the ceasefire like they've done numerous times in the past. So I mean, obviously, if we're financing Ukraine, if we're giving them military, and then the president of Ukraine concedes to Trump's negotiation and how he wants to stop the war, I mean, that's the first step. I don't know.
No, it's not, because Steve just made it very clear. In order to stop a war, you need 3 people. Putin has not agreed to any of that. It doesn't matter. Putin, these are all y'all opinions. Putin has not came out and said that the war is over, that he is in it and he's conceding just like Ukraine.
And furthermore, when Pete,
hold on, Dan. All right, so wait. Let's slow this down. So under Biden administration, because that's when the shit cracked off, right? We gave all of the money there. They had to sit down with the Putin, right? What's the dude? Tucker Carlson had to sit down with Putin, right? And he literally was talking about in an interview. This is facts about how he wants to end this war, but America is backing it, right? So now that Trump's in office and he has all the power he has, he's sitting down with President Zelensky and he's conceding to Trump's demands. So we already heard that from Putin under the Biden administration. He's like, yo, y'all exacerbating the situation, right?
Can we?
All right. So wait. So hold on, wait. Let me say the last part. It's a fact that when what's the new name? Tucker Carlson sat down with Putin. Putin said that he's with the ceasefire, right? But America wanted to keep the war going under Biden. Now that Trump is literally in position right now, y'all don't see how this can actually stop eventually. All right, so we heard from Zelensky conceding to Trump's demands. It can eventually lead to a ceasefire. I don't think he said that on day one. If he said on day one, one quick point.
Please let me respond to Luke Christian. Hold up. Luke, you're saying lead to. Doesn't it seem like
So
I
one
think
second.
we'll be
Where's the
negotiating
proof
it.
at?
One second.
It's in the chat.
Oh my God.
I just want to say one thing.
Please, Christian, I'm coming here right to you. It just don't make sense that it's like, doesn't matter what, you'll ask people, okay, does anybody have any pushback? But then immediately begin explaining why the pushback is wrong. Well, not even wrong, but why you have the actual facts, why he's actually a good guy.
So let me.
That's
Okay,
the thing
okay.
that's the 1 second. That's the thing that's uncomfortable because you listen to it and okay, bam, let me get my debate. But then as soon as you do it, they're like, well, that's wrong because he's actually a good guy. He's doing everything. Damn, this is not an actual debate because you're not actually listening for my reasoning. You're listening to answer with whatever you already have in your mind to protect Donald Trump. And I don't think y'all know y'all been behaving like that lately. Like, y'all not even critically thinking. Everything you answer with is a protection for Donald Trump. Somehow making sure that he's not put in a bad light. Well, he is doing everything he said.
We got the point. Okay, so just one thing. I just want to point something out. I just want to point something out real quick. I am noticing that Trump makes people, even his detractors, pay attention so much that they will go and pull his agenda that he promised. And then, wait, I'm almost done. They will take the agenda and go back and calculate how quickly he delivers on its promise. Now, this is what I talk about when I say raising the standard, the golden standard. I wonder if this standard will be applied to all politicians going forward. Thank you.
All right.
You said that because you're a fucking politician.
I don't know why you stopped the whole conversation.
Literally gonna try to set me up to promote his politicianism.
So listen, Lux, you need to listen more to conversation when you speak because if you notice, I've actually come out against Trump because I feel like he has poorly
I never
handled the
said
situation.
Did you hear me say your name?
I think that's what
I'm sorry.
I forgot. You're talking The point is this, she looks correct. You can't hang your hat on anything he says. He's a KGB agent. And just so I've shared the stage with Steve a few times on Critical Thinking Forum. The man is one of the smartest people we have. He's very understanding. He talks excruciatingly slow, but when you actually listen to him, the man has a lot of power.
I like Steve, man.
I love
Steve.
Steve.
Cool
But
dude.
he talks too damn slow.
He's from the South, bro. He's from Detroit. You talk too fast to
I
where
was
you trip
gonna
over
say
yourself.
he's a southerner. You a city slicker.
It's like it's taxing to listen to what he's got. Anyways, the point I'm trying to say is this: you cannot hang your hat on anything he says. If Putin says, "Hey, I'm gonna be down for a ceasefire," and once America agrees to get out of the war that United States figured out, he's saying that because he's promoting basically a false narrative that will convince folks that, oh, okay, actually that's what he says, but accepting it means when actually what's happening is he's engaging in counterintelligence operation, whereby which he's using the mentalities, using the thinking of the West that undermines going to agree with to comply with what he's saying because that's what we expect in democracy. So they're going to say things that that's not true. He's engaging in the fact that he can bully a vassal state of the United States, knowing full well that Zelensky cannot stand as the power and resources of the United States. He has no choice but to acquiesce to Trump's demands. Because if he doesn't have military power. Remember, it wasn't until after our Secretary of State, former Senator Marco Rubio, pulled funding and pulled intelligence resources that is necessary for Ukraine to operate in this war. It wasn't until they started pulling those resources that Ukraine responded with that letter. Remember, Ukraine is operating a lot of the successes that Ukraine has on the battlefield
is a direct result of the intelligence that we're providing Ukraine, letting them know where the tanks are,
Yes, the
letting them know where
volunteers.
their operations are, letting them know where the strikes are going to be, because the U.S. has the